Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. Jesus Christ. This timeless quote perfectly encapsulates the essence of our discussion today. It serves as a powerful reminder that appearances can be deceiving, and we must remain vigilant to protect ourselves from those who may cause harm under the guise of kindness and charm. In our lives, it's an unfortunate reality that some individuals take pleasure in creating chaos and pain. Imagine sharing your deepest secrets and moments with someone, only to later realize they are the root of your distress. Today, we will delve into a subject that is both intriguing and alarming: identifying the signs of a truly malevolent person. These individuals can often be found hiding behind a facade of charisma and charm, whether they are colleagues, friends, or even family members. Our exploration today is not merely for curiosity's sake. Recognizing these toxic traits can be life-altering. The Stoics emphasize the power of perception and the necessity of living a life guided by reason and virtue. By learning to identify and understand these harmful behaviors, we can safeguard our peace of mind, foster healthier relationships. Staying true to Stoic principles of wisdom and self-control is crucial in navigating these complex social interactions. Join us as we uncover 5 unmistakable signs that you may be dealing with an evil person. By the end of this video, you'll be better equipped not only to recognize these behaviors, but also to implement practical strategies. Protect your mental health and well-being. We have a special bonus section towards the end where I will share an effective method for setting firm boundaries with such individuals. If you find value in our content, a simple favor I ask is to hit the subscribe button and stay with us throughout this video. You won't want to miss any part of this crucial discussion. Let's embark on this journey of self-awareness and resilience together and continue exploring the principles of Stoicism for a more balanced and purposeful life. Number 1. The deceptive charm. Why do some people seem so perfect at first, only to reveal their true, troubling nature later on? Have you ever met someone who instantly lit up the room, made everyone feel special, and seemed like the ideal friend or colleague? These charming and charismatic individuals can often mask their true intention, and it's crucial to understand how to see beyond their facade. Imagine you're at a family gathering, and a relative you rarely see shows up, dazzling everyone with their stories and humor. They seem so engaging and genuinely interested in what you have to say. But as the night progresses, you notice something unsettling. They interrupt others, steer every conversation back to themselves, and subtly belittle people. Why does this happen? How can we protect ourselves? The Stoics teach us the importance of looking beyond surface appearances and using rational thought to see the truth. It's easy to get caught up in someone's initial charm, but over time, small cracks in their facade can reveal their true character. How do they behave when things don't go their way? Do they handle disappointments gracefully, or do they lash out and manipulate the situation to regain control? Consider the coworker who always has to be the center of attention during meetings. At first, their enthusiasm and ideas are refreshing. But soon, you realize they dominate every discussion, interrupt others, and subtly put down colleagues to maintain their spotlight. How do you respond to such behavior without falling into their manipulative trap? Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus, 2 great Stoic philosophers, remind us to be cautious of those who display signs of anger and manipulation. True character is shown in how someone behaves when they think no one is watching. Take your time, observe, and trust your instincts. Notice how they treat others, especially in unguarded moments. Remember, not everyone who appears charming has good intentions. Some use their charisma as a tool, manipulation. By staying grounded and mindful, you can protect yourself from being deceived. Embrace the Stoic principles of wisdom and discernment to navigate these complex social interactions effectively. So, what can you do when you encounter such individuals? How can you maintain your peace of mind and avoid getting entangled in their web of deceit? Let's dive deeper into these questions and uncover the strategies that can help you safeguard your well-being. Stay tuned, and don't forget to comment below with your thoughts or share any personal experiences you've had with such individuals. Your insights could help others in our community. If you find this content valuable, please subscribe for more on Stoicism and living a balanced life. Number 2. The hidden perils of a lack of empathy. Why is it that some people just don't seem to care about the feelings of others? How can you recognize these individuals before they cause too much damage in your life? Empathy is crucial for fostering meaningful relationships and providing support when needed. But what do you do when you encounter someone who completely lacks this essential trait? Imagine you're sharing a personal challenge with a longtime friend, hoping for some understanding and comfort. Instead of offering support, they dismiss your concerns, or worse, mock your vulnerability. How does this make you feel? Isolated? Misunderstood? This lack of empathy isn't just a minor flaw, it's a significant red flag that can devastate relationships and create emotional turmoil. Let's consider a work scenario. Perhaps you've been dedicated to your job for decades, but your new manager shows no regard for your well-being. They demand long hours, dismiss your need for work-life balance, and publicly criticize you instead of providing constructive feedback. Why do some people behave this way, and how can we protect ourselves in such toxic environments? The Stoics, like Marcus Aurelius, emphasize the importance of compassion and understanding. They believe that our well-being is interconnected with the well-being of others. So, what does it indicate about a person who shows blatant disregard for others' feelings? Think about this. You've recently achieved something significant, perhaps a milestone in your career or a personal goal, and you share this joy with a close friend. Instead of celebrating with you, they belittle your accomplishment or even try to take credit. Why do some people act in this manner? How should we respond? Individuals who lack empathy are often self-centered and disconnected from the values of kindness and justice. They might lie, cheat, or even cause harm without feeling any remorse. The Stoic philosopher Seneca taught that our actions should always reflect our inner virtue. But how do we maintain our integrity when faced with such callous behavior? Even in everyday interactions, a lack of empathy can be revealing. For instance, you might notice someone constantly interrupting conversations to talk about themselves, showing little interest in others' experiences, or failing to offer help when needed. These seemingly minor behaviors can indicate a deeper issue. How can you protect yourself from such individuals? Setting boundaries is essential. By maintaining your well-being and not allowing others' negativity to disturb your peace, you uphold the Stoic principles of wisdom and discernment. If you recognize someone in your life who consistently lacks empathy, it's crucial to distance yourself to preserve your mental and emotional health. Remember, your peace of mind is paramount. What are your thoughts on this? Have you encountered people who lack empathy? How did you handle it? Share your experiences and insights in the comments below. Let's learn from each other and build a supportive community. And if you find value in this discussion, please subscribe for more on Stoicism and living a balanced life. Number 3. The art of manipulation. How to spot and protect yourself. How can you tell if someone is subtly manipulating you to get what they want? What are the signs, and how can you protect yourself from such deceitful behavior? Manipulation is a cunning tactic used by those who wish to control others, often leaving you feeling confused, powerless, and doubting your own judgment. Have you ever had a colleague who twists situations to make you question your reality? Maybe they flatter you one moment and criticize you the next, all to keep you off balance. What should you do when someone you trust is bending your will to suit their needs? The Stoics, known for their wisdom, valued clarity of thought, and the ability to see things as they truly are. They taught that our perceptions should be grounded in reality and that we should remain steadfast in our principles no matter the external pressures. When faced with manipulation, it's crucial to stay true to these Stoic ideals. One common form of manipulation is gaslighting, where the manipulator tries to make you doubt your own memory or sanity. Picture this. You confront a friend about a hurtful comment they made. Instead of acknowledging it, they accuse you of being overly sensitive or misremembering the situation. This can erode your confidence and make you reliant on their version of reality. Have you ever felt this way? Manipulators are also masters at playing the victim. They might guilt trip you into doing things you don't want to do by making you feel responsible for their happiness. Imagine a friend who constantly complains about their problems, expecting you to drop everything to help. Yet they are never there for you in return. They might say things like, "If you were really my friend, you would do this for me." How do you navigate such emotional traps? The Stoics, particularly Epictetus, emphasize the importance of understanding what is within our control and what is not. We cannot control others' actions or emotions, but we can control our responses to them. When you recognize manipulative behavior, it's essential to assess the situation objectively. Are they consistently prioritizing their needs over yours? Do they make you feel guilty or unsure of yourself? Consider how a manipulator might use charm to get their way. Initially, their praise and compliments might make you feel special. But over time, you notice their flattery comes with strings attached. They compliment you when they want something or need you to do something for them. This creates a sense of obligation and dependence. Why do they do this, and how can you protect yourself? Manipulation can also involve isolation. A manipulative person might try to cut you off from your friends and family, making you more dependent on them for support and validation. They might say things like, "Your friends don't really care about you," or "Your family doesn't understand you like I do." This tactic makes it easier for them to control you. How can you maintain your independence in such situations? Financial manipulation is another tactic used by these individuals. They might borrow money and never repay it or control your finances to limit your independence. For instance, a partner might insist on managing all the money, making you ask for permission to spend anything. This can make it difficult for you to leave the relationship or assert your independence. The Stoics would encourage us to seek self-sufficiency and independence to avoid such control. Recognizing manipulation for what it is can be challenging, especially when you care about the person involved. The Stoics teach us to be vigilant and discerning, to see things clearly, and to act with integrity. If you suspect someone is manipulating you, take a step back and objectively assess the situation. Are they trying to control aspects of your life or isolate you from others? It's important to set firm boundaries with manipulators and stand your ground. Communicate clearly and assertively about what you will and will not tolerate. Remember, you have the right to your own thoughts, feelings, and actions. The Stoics remind us that while we cannot control how others behave, we can control how we respond. By maintaining our inner strength and clarity, we can protect ourselves from the harmful effects of manipulation and stay true to our values. How have you dealt with manipulation in your life? What strategies have worked for you? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights can help others navigate these tricky situations. If you find value in this discussion, please subscribe for more on Stoicism and living a balanced life. Number 4. The dangers of controlling behavior. How to spot and defend against it. How do you recognize when someone's concern crosses the line into control? What are the signs that someone in your life is trying to dominate you? How can you protect yourself? Controlling behavior is more than just annoying habits or preferences. It's about one person trying to control every aspect of your life, leaving little room for your own choices and freedom. Imagine you're in a new relationship, and at first everything seems perfect. He's attentive, always checking in to see how you're doing. But soon you notice that her interest in your well-being turns into constant monitoring. She wants to know where you are, who you're with, and even tries to dictate your friendships. How does this affect your other relationships? How do you feel when you start realizing that your autonomy is being stripped away? The Stoics, who highly valued personal freedom and self-control, would see this behavior as fundamentally opposed to living a virtuous life. The goal should be mutual respect and understanding, not control. Controlling behavior can show up in many ways. Perhaps a friend insists on always deciding where you go and what you do together. Initially, it seems harmless, but over time, you realize your opinions and preferences constantly ignored. Have you ever had someone say, "I know what's best for us," or you'll have more fun if you just listen to me. This isn't mutual decision-making. It's about one person imposing their will on another. In relationships, controlling behavior can be even more insidious. A partner might monitor your whereabouts, demand constant updates on your activities, and dictate who you can and cannot see. They might go through your phone or insist on knowing all your passwords. This type of surveillance and micromanagement can leave you feeling trapped and anxious, always on edge to avoid conflict. The Stoics, especially Epictetus, stressed the importance of maintaining your own inner freedom and autonomy, regardless of external pressures. Financial manipulation is another form of control. A controlling partner or family member might take charge of all financial decisions, doling out money as they see fit, and keeping you financially dependent on them. They might say, "I handle the money because you're not good with finances," or "It's easier if I just take care of everything." This strips you of your financial independence and makes it hard to leave the relationship or assert your own choices. The Stoics believed in self-sufficiency and managing your own resources wisely, viewing financial control as a form of enslavement that must be resisted. Let's look at isolation. A controlling person might try to cut you off from friends and family, claiming they're the only one who truly understands or cares about you. They might criticize your loved ones, saying things like, "Your friends don't really care about you," or "Your family is toxic." Over time, you might find yourself increasingly isolated, relying solely on the controlling person for support and companionship. The Stoics recognized the importance of community and supportive relationships, seeing isolation as detrimental to both personal growth and well-being. Controlling individuals often use threats and intimidation to maintain their power. They might threaten to leave you, harm themselves, or even hurt you if you don't comply with their demands. This creates an environment of fear and anxiety, making it difficult to think clearly or make decisions that are best for you. The Stoics, especially Seneca, taught that we should face our fears and not allow others to intimidate us into submission. True courage and wisdom lie in standing firm against such threats and reclaiming our own power. It's essential to distinguish between genuine concern from loved ones and manipulative control from those with harmful intentions. Genuine concern is rooted in mutual respect and support, encouraging your autonomy. In contrast, manipulative control undermines your freedom and prioritizes the controller's needs over yours. The Stoic principles of wisdom and discernment help us recognize and address these differences. How do you deal with such situation? What steps can you take to protect your autonomy? Setting firm boundaries is crucial. Communicate clearly about your needs and limits, and seek support from others who understand your situation. Remember, the Stoics teach us that we cannot control others, but we can control our own reactions and decisions. By staying grounded in our principles and valuing our own autonomy, we can protect ourselves from the harmful effects of controlling behavior and live more authentic, fulfilling lives. Have you ever dealt with a controlling person? How did you handle it? Share your stories and thoughts in the comments below. Your experiences can provide valuable insights for others facing similar challenges. If you find this discussion helpful, please subscribe for more on Stoicism and living a balanced life. Number 5, the dangers of pathological lying, how to spot and protect yourself. How do you know if someone in your life is a pathological liar? What are the signs, and how can you protect yourself from the devastating effects of their deceit? Pathological lying goes beyond the occasional white lie. It's a constant stream of deception that can erode trust and create a web of confusion and instability. Have you ever worked with a colleague who seems too good to be true? They boast about their achievements and always seem to be in the spotlight. But then you discover that their stories don't add up. Maybe they claimed credit for a project you worked on or exaggerated their role in a major success. How does this make you feel? How do you handle it? Take the real-life example of a recent scandal where a senior executive was found to have lied about their qualifications and accomplishments. This individual's deception was so convincing that they rose to a position of significant power, only to be exposed later, causing immense damage to the company's reputation and morale. What could have been done differently to detect and address these lies earlier? The Stoics valued truth and integrity above all else. Marcus Aurelius emphasized living in accordance with nature, which means aligning our actions with truth and reason. When someone lies pathologically, they create a false reality that benefits only themselves, undermining trust and honesty in relationships. Pathological liars often start with small, seemingly harmless lies. They might embellish a story to make themselves look better or more interesting. Over time, these lies escalate, covering up mistakes or wrongdoings and manipulating others to achieve their goals. This constant dishonesty creates a distorted view of reality, where you can never be sure what's true and what's fabricated. In personal relationships, pathological lying can be even more destructive. Imagine being in a relationship with someone who constantly lies about their whereabouts, their past, or their feelings. This behavior can make you feel insecure, anxious, and constantly questioning your own perception. They thrive on creating confusion and instability, keeping you off balance so they can maintain control. The Stoics would remind us to trust our own judgment and not be swayed by the manipulations of others. Seneca taught that true peace comes from within, and that we should not allow the deceit of others to disturb our inner tranquility. How do you apply this wisdom when dealing with someone who habitually lies? It's essential to distinguish between genuine concern from loved ones and manipulative control from those with harmful intentions. Genuine concern is rooted in mutual respect and support, encouraging your autonomy. In contrast, manipulative control undermines your freedom and prioritizes the controller's needs over yours. The Stoic principles of wisdom and discernment help us recognize and address these differences. One of the most insidious aspects of pathological lying is that it's often difficult to detect at first. Pathological liars can be incredibly convincing, telling their lies with such confidence and detail that it's hard not to believe them. They might mix truth with lies, making it even more challenging to discern what's real. This is where the Stoic principle of vigilance comes into play. We must remain observant and critical, not taking things at face value, but instead seeking the truth through careful consideration and evidence. When you catch someone in a lie, pay attention to how they react. Do they become defensive or aggressive? Do they try to turn the tables and blame you? Or do they offer a plausible explanation that seems to make sense, even if it's just another layer of deceit? A genuine person will admit to their mistakes and strive to correct them, while a pathological liar will double down on their falsehoods, weaving an even more intricate web of lies. The long-term impact of pathological lying can be devastating. Over time, it can erode the very foundation of trust that any relationship is built upon. Once trust is broken, it's incredibly difficult to rebuild. You might find yourself constantly suspicious, always wondering if you're being lied to again. This can lead to a toxic cycle of mistrust and resentment. If you find yourself entangled with a pathological liar, it's crucial to set firm boundaries and protect your own mental and emotional well-being. The Stoics would advise us to remain true to our own values and principles, not allowing ourselves to be dragged down by the deceit of others. Be clear about what you will and will not tolerate, and don't be afraid to walk away from a relationship or situation that is built on lies. Remember, your peace of mind and integrity are more important than maintaining a connection with someone who consistently deceives you. In navigating the complexities of human relationships, it is crucial to recognize and address the toxic behaviors of those around us. Whether it's dealing with someone who charms and manipulates, lacks empathy, exerts controlling behavior, or lies pathologically, the wisdom of Stoicism provides us with invaluable tools to protect our peace and integrity. By staying grounded in Stoic principles of wisdom, self-control, and discernment, we can safeguard our mental and emotional well-being and cultivate healthier, more fulfilling relationships. We invite you to reflect on your experiences and share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you encountered any of these behaviors in your life? How did you handle them? Your insights can be a beacon of support and guidance for others in our community. If you resonate with the content we've discussed, please share your perspective. Simply comment with the number 1 if you completely agree with our message. And if you find value in this discussion, consider subscribing for more insights on Stoicism and living a balanced, purposeful life. Let's continue this journey of self-awareness and resilience together. Your engagement helps us all grow stronger and wiser.